DAX 30 introduction, why is it referred to as the Germany 30 with most CFD and spread betting providers?
Well, when you're a spread betting company, you can call anything you want. You can call the DAX Julie. It suits you. They call it the Germany 30 because it appeals to most people. So, the UK 100 is the FTSE 100. The DAX 30 is, well, the Germany 30 is the DAX.
What's it made up of?
German companies, the top 30 German companies.
And how popular is it with traders?
Very, because it's only 30 companies, so there's a lot of movement, volatility. Deutsche Telekom, VW. It's companies that people have heard of, and because it's quite small, in comparison to, as in the number of companies compared to the FTSE 100 companies, or S&P 500 companies, one bit of information can move it much more. So it's very volatile, and volatility equals money.
What factors affect the DAX?
Well, again, German earnings, things in the Eurozone. Basically Germany's paying for the Eurozone, essentially. So anything bad that happens in Europe can, affect the DAX. It's as simple as that, really.
What can you tell us about the DAX? Does it have any peculiarities?
It trades very quickly. It's good for retracements. It is very directional when it wants to go. It's just a good product to trade because for an intraday trade, you can get in and also you can get out. So that's very good for traders. Some things like gold can be very directional. So if you're wrong, you're really wrong. Whereas the DAX, you will get pullbacks, which means people can get out of trades. So that's one reason why a lot of people trade the DAX.
Does it tend to follow other markets?
Well, everything's correlated. So you've got whatever the European stocks do in the morning, the DAX follows whatever the S&P does in the afternoon, and the Dow, the markets generally follow. They're directly correlated.
Could you give us some popular strategies for trading the German 30?
It's all the things we've mentioned, Fibonacci, Bollinger Bands, moving averages cross, anything that other people look at. To be honest, the self-fulfilling nature of technical analysis. There's no point trying to trade the DAX in a different way than anything else. Trade it in the way you understand. And again, just keep being right and stop doing things that are wrong.
Are there any pitfalls to avoid when trading the DAX? Are there any trading tips that you've got for people?
Just be, mindful of the movement, the speed of movement as well. It can be very wrong very quickly in the DAX, so, trade its size accordingly.
Could you tell us about the interplay and correlation between the DAX and the FTSE 100?
Well, obviously the FTSE is trading in a different way due to the fundamental information, Brexit. So there's correlation. If, the DAX goes 100 points, and, the FTSE will probably follow, but, they're not really kind of that closely correlated, as in all indices are correlated and negative correlated gold and that kind of stuff. But it's understanding back to that financial, that kind of fundamental reason the financial markets are moving the way they are. It's down to that news. So the DAX will move, because of Europe, because of the constituent countries and that kind of stuff. The FTSE will move for UK reasons. Again, all these markets are very sensitive to their own individual environments right now. So yeah, they will generally move in the same direction, but they're not. Just because the DAX goes up doesn't necessarily mean the FTSE will go up.
Thanks very much for coming, Steve. It's been
No,
great to talk to you.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much.